He's vanished. I'll find him. Hello?
Hi, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Part 6 of our Halo 3 ODST Lasso run. This is Kikowani Station. Start this up, and instead of moving down the stairs that we spawn on, we're going to go up the stairs towards where Romeo's hanging out up top here, and there's a balcony which you could use to have a better angle on these 4 grunts that are approaching you, so you can headshot these guys quickly with our pistol. So switch from your AR to your pistol. Take these guys out quickly. Be aware that the Phantoms in the distance, or at least the one that's closest to you, could take some shots with its turret if you kind of wait up there a little too long. So that starts happening to me, but just back up, and if you take them out quickly enough, those 4 grunts, you don't even have to worry about that Phantom shooting at you. So we're going to jump down eventually once we take out all 4 grunts. Be careful of the fall damage. You want to drop down onto this crate.
Gunny, I can fly a pelican. Phantom? It's been years since I even ran a simulation.
Well, let's see what you remember, Trooper. Move! Changing mags!
Even if you do take some damage from the grunts or the fall or the Phantom, there's right there on the left, so grab that, and we will grab some grenades as well from these downed grunts. So we have 3 plasmas. We're going to walk up to this crate and grab a plasma pistol. So we have a full plasma pistol, we have our regular pistol, and we're going to hug the right side of this area. Instead of going towards the enemies on the left, we're going to hug the right, and you can see there's...
Gunny, more of those floating squids. Should we smoke them?
They're between us and that Phantom. What do you think?
or the train system here. So we're just going to run along the track here, trying to avoid all the fire we can. So keep your distance until we get to about this point. We're going to jump across the tracks here so we could actually get up onto the corner here, and then we're going to throw the plasma grenades we just picked up towards the right side of these enemies, of this group of jackals, so they dive away from us. Then we're going to go up these stairs, and we're going to do the same thing, throw a grenade at these enemies. There's usually some grunt.
More contacts! Phantom inbound!
Here comes that violent and unnatural death you ordered.
Some jackals right there. We're going to grab the nearest Banshee we can and fly over to this door. Once we get to about here, right in front of the doorway, we're going to turn around.
Go, Mickey! Up the lift! Kill the pilots!
Mission. We're going to grab a health pack. Like I mentioned, there is a health station on the wall over there, so land right next to it. You can hop out and grab one so you have full health at this point. We're going to hop back into the Banshee once we get that health pack, and we're going to fly up to the platform above where we spawned in. So there's a couple thin platforms. You don't necessarily need to go up here, but I just like to go up here because we have to wait for a couple minutes worth of dialogue to occur and events to unfold. Namely, Mickey hijacking the Phantom, driving over towards us to pick up Romeo and Dutch, and then flying towards the door we inevitably need to go through in a second. So I'm going to skip ahead here a couple minutes, just waiting for all those things to happen. Now that the Phantom has made its way over to that door and it is opening up, 2 Banshees will fly through, and the Banshees will become distracted by the Phantom. So I'm going to fly to the left and then towards the right and cut in here.
Well, it's purple. But she's good to go, I think.
Okay, I'll grab a Banshee. You go get Dutch and Romeo.
On my way.
Gunny, I can fly a Pelican, but a Phantom? It's been years since I even ran a simulation. Well, let's see what you remember, Trooper. Move! Grenade!
Gunny, more of those floating squids. Should we smoke them?
They're between us and that Phantom. What do you think? Go, Mickey! Up the lift! Kill the pilots!
Here goes nothing. Cabin secure. Flight controls read green across the board. Well, it's purple. But she's good to go. I think. On my way. All set back there? Affirmative. Romeo, let's man these turrets.
Through into this area, and we have to wait for the door at the end to open up. So I'm just going to take some nice laps around the top of this area here, and you'll be safe if you just kind of take a nice leisurely lap or two around here, because there's a bunch of shots that are being fired at you, but they're very slow projectiles. A lot of fuel rods which travel slowly. Kind of take a couple laps, you'll be safe, and then once the door is open, you could dive down, and we'll boost over to the next door. We're going to hop out and activate this door, and we
I came all the way from orbit just to kick your ass!
Damn! Covenant must have blocked the door to the next area. I see an override switch, Gunny. Hang on, I'll set a beacon.
go over to the right behind this building where we will be safe. I actually got Banshee bombed right there, which is not common. Usually get shot at a little bit with some plasma cannon, but not a Banshee bomb. So I was a little lucky there that I didn't die from that Banshee bomb, but we're good here now. We're behind the building. Once the door opens up on the right, we'll be able to cut back.
Now, look at that. I think we found us a squid house. Give me an angle.
Door's open. I'll go first.
Here, we're going to fly through this area like the previous one, but we're going to land on top of the Phantom here and just kind of wait. All the enemies below can't see you because the Phantom's in the way, so you're using it for cover. And then once it's open up about halfway, we're going to dive down.
Roger that. Follow your lead.
boost through this whole area and we'll get to the next door. But unlike the previous doors, this door gets jammed, so we could actually only walk through. We can't bring our Banshee with us, but you want to make sure you preserve your Banshee. Nicely there. You don't want it to fall off the platform because we're going to come back and get it after we're done with this section. So we're going to move up this stairway. You could cut in here really quick to grab the health pack on the wall if you need to, but we immediately want to go back down these stairs once we do that. And I found if you stand here on the stairway with the reticle just barely poking over the railing here, you'll actually be able to shoot at these guys and remain unseen. For whatever reason, they don't see you. So I'm standing on the stairway, looking towards that turret. And my reticle is barely over the edge of the railing here, so I could shoot at them, and for whatever reason, they can't see me, and they don't shoot at me or actually react at all. And the turret itself acts as bait. They love to be on the turret, so just wait for the grunts to move up and hop on. You could easily headshot them. For the brutes, you could just whip out your plasma pistol and shoot them from afar. I noob combo the first one, but I actually don't recommend doing that because it takes a lot of charge from your pistol, and also, since you're so close to the railing, a lot of times the railing will actually block your overcharge burst. But the smaller individual spritzes of plasma pistol will not be blocked. It clears the railing easily. So there's a bunch of enemies in this area, but the ones we're definitely going to be able to take out by using this turret as bait are 3 grunts who are going to try to hop on, 4 brutes, and that will leave 1 hammer chieftain, 3 invisible brutes, an engineer hanging out in the back, and also 3 jackals.
Reloading.
The jackals tend to move up as well, so you could take out all 3 with headshots while being quote-unquote invisible over here. But in this playthrough, I only killed 2 with that tactic, but we'll deal with that 3rd jackal later. As for the invisible brutes, they tend to move forward as well, but they don't get on the turret, so you'll probably have to get closer to the invisible brutes since they are not going to get on the turret. They're not going to stay in a fixed position. This guy happens to actually stay in a fixed position, which is rare. Usually they dodge around a lot more because they're not fixated on just being on the turret the entire time, and they have some sense of preserving their life, but that guy apparently didn't. He did not care. So we're going to have to get closer to the other 2 invisible brutes, so I'll show you how to take care of those guys, but it's pretty easy. The invisible brutes don't shoot as much. They tend to try to get close to you and then throw fire bombs. They're trying to be sneaky since they're invisible, but see an outline of them, even though they are supposedly invisible. But you can see they're actually even more visible since the engineer is still alive, which is actually providing an overshield to all the enemies nearby, which makes them even more visible, so we could get a little closer, overcharge our plasma pistol to take down his shield. His shield is very weak, the invisible brute's shields. They kind of trade in the shield strength for the camo ability. As for the engineer will blow up sometimes just by itself once you kill some brutes. Other times, if the opportunity presents itself, you could take him out manually by firing at him. So that's what we ended up doing here. But we have a crate full of plasma pistols here. In case you run out, there's 4 full plasma pistols right in front of you here on the left, so you should not run out of that at all. As for other headshot weapons, if you run out of pistol ammo, there are a couple carbines in a crate behind me to the left, and also 2 beam rifles as well. So I'll show you where those are shortly, but I can see the chieftain is charging you now with the hammer. And what you could do is wait for him to do that attack and then sidestep him on the left, and then go around behind him and backsmack him. But I wanted to show you an alternate way to kill him as well in case you're not comfortable dodging his hammer strikes.
Change your mag. Easy peasy. Bam, said the lady. Reloading. Putting a pineapple in there.
Let's eat him together. This is for you! Take that!
Core doesn't pay me enough for this kind of garbage collection.
Let them run, the field is ours! Take one of these! That will quench my thirst from the bottom can! Fight him! Take this!
Sit down.
For him to get close to you and around behind him to hit him with that burst. Back smack you could give pistol right now, but just to show you that it's here and available, and also the beam rifle crate is right here as well. So I have a carbine and a beam illustrate place some of those weapons ahead here with the head, and then we'll just finish off the one remaining jackal. I'm going to go back and get a plasma pistol. In previous lasso missions that will most likely get him to run away in fear around, you could easily just switch to your pistol or your car. Then we'll go back the way we came. You can continue health pack on the wall in here, activate the button.
That did it! Door's open. Gunny, another locked door. Hit the override.
window, then line and finish him with a headshot. Grab the health pack on the wall in here, activate the button up against this window, then we'll go back the way we came. You can continue on through the doorway here, and you could grab the Banshees out here, but there's a lot of enemies out there, so as you can see I sped this part up. We're just running the door before moving into this section. We'll speed through this section, and then we'll speed over to this door to the left of the Scarab. You want to get out of the Banshee, activate the button while you're running to the left, and continue to run toward.
Troopers, I got bad news.
Oh, what? You really are gonna make us walk out of the city?
We got a Scarab right by our exit.
This is the fast mission.
Towards that direction until you turn around, because at that point you're probably being fired upon and you don't want to cut back into the line of fire. Then once you could see the Scarab is not firing at you anymore, you could cut back at that point into the doorway that we just opened up.
Troopers, I got bad news.
Oh, what? You really are gonna make us walk out of this city?
We got a Scarab right by our exit.
This is the best mission ever. Knock out its legs and it'll stop moving, Gunny.
Keep her steady, Mickey. You doing okay?
Just running up the right side
Just
here
glad
again.
we didn't go
And
with
once
your
we get
first
to
plan.
this point, even if the long winding
Look at those
hallway,
tunnels.
and we have a couple
Ones
so
that
we're going
aren't
to pick that
flooded,
up. So we have a
probably.
pistol and our
Packed
plasma
with
pistol,
buggers.
and there's a health pack on the door.
Hell, I wouldn't go down there even if you ordered me to.
Come on, Veronica. What could be more important than that carrier?
My orders. And Buck, call me Captain.
Mickey, turn around. Find a safe place to set us down.
What? Why?
I lost something. Now I know where to find her.
They've got me cornered. I'm low on ammo.
Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Part 7 of our Halo 3 ODST Lasso run. This is Data Hive. Start up this mission. We're going to walk forward, activate our visor mode to make it a little easier to see, and there's a bunch of goodies for us to pick up right here in the beginning. There's a couple frags to the left. There is a full plasma pistol on the ground here, so we're going to pick that up so we have a pistol and our plasma pistol, and there's a health pack on the door that we don't even need. Another full plasma pistol in the middle here as we walk through, and if you have a co-op buddy, he can pick that up. And we have a couple plasma grenades on the ground here. Going to pick up by these two dead grunts. So we want to keep moving forward from the second plasma grenade, and as soon as we can, we want to cut into the right of this long hallway, and we're going to go up the right side of this hallway now. You can see there's a couple grunts in the distance here. We're going to run right past them. Sometimes they see you, sometimes they don't. Either way, you can run right past them. Even if they're shooting at you, you can make it through to the next section without even having to worry about taking them out. You could take it slow and take them out if you want to, but we're just running up the right side here again. And once we get to this point, we want to cut into the left up against. this thin panel. There's a couple thin panels in the middle of this hallway here, and I'm just going to stand here at the first one. This gives the next wave of grunts that come through this door that we need to go through time to move forward. Unfortunately, one of them decided to just stand next to the door and not move forward with his buddies. That's okay, even if you're discovered by all of them and they are all starting to shoot you, just move forward, run past them through this door. Once you're in this hallway, you want to turn to the left and just run up the left side of this hallway until it starts curving towards the right. At that diagonally across to the right side of the hallway, and you should be able to avoid most of the damage from those jackals, and we'll be able to move on to these 4 grunts up ahead. We do want to take these guys out. They'll be facing you and most likely throw plasma grenades. You just want to headshot a couple of them. That will get the remainder to actually run away, and we'll just have to chase the remainder down, which is fine with me. It looks like there's only one because I headshot one, and then a grunt threw a terrible nade and blew himself up along with a buddy, so we only had to track one of these guys down as they ran away, and we're going in this direction anyway, so there's a health pack on all of the walls in these circular areas. So this is a series of circular rooms connected by hallways. Circular area has a health pack on the wall. So we're going to move up here, and this first wave of enemies is going to be a brute and 3 jackals. It's always random which one comes out first. It looks like it was the 3 jackals this time, and the brute is kind of hanging back.
Something special! Arm yourself! Falling back to...
Up right away, so you could see I headshot a couple of them really quick, and then I was able to backsmack that one as he was running away in fear. And then as for the brute, we of course used the noob combo, which is the overcharged plasma pistol, to collapse his shield.
Construction ahead. Expect
A headshot kill. The next wave of enemies is going to be a brute and 3 grunts instead of 3 jackals, so we'll just kind of take our time, just hang back here. You don't want to get into that hallway because the grenades that they are going to...
I'm gonna die, you hear me?
Throw a grenade!
Should we go out there?
I'm with you.
Grenade! There you are.
After him.
Over the
throw are going to be a lot harder to dodge if you're in that narrow hallway. So just kind of hang back in the previous room and headshot the grunts from far away, and then we could close in on the brute and kill him with the overcharged plasma pistol and then the headshot from the regular pistol. Of course, we're going to grab any of these health packs on the wall as we go. Now we are in a section where there is a Marine or a police Marine, military police guy over here. Whatever he is, we're going to wait here for that console to turn a lighter color from red to a light green or a light blue. Then we'll activate it, hop on top of this, and then we'll drop down onto this console thing on the opposite side from where we activated it. And then we'll drop down onto this light green or a light blue. Then we'll activate it, hop on top of this, and then we'll drop down onto this console thing on the opposite side from where we activated it as the buggers come up, and then we could drop down here.
Guess you have the magic touch. Buggers! Look out! We got a bug problem.
We're going to exchange our plasma pistol for the fresh one on the ground here, and then we're going to grab the carbine on the other side of the doorway here and just juggle it forward. We're going to come back and grab that later. There's a couple buggers in this area, and sometimes they see you and turn around, sometimes they don't. This time around, I got lucky, and they did not turn.
Oh! Can't see a damn thing. You go first.
To backsmack one of them. There is a health pack on this side hallway right here, so grab that if you need it. I'm going to save it for later, but we're going to go through here and wrap up around to the side of this brute. There's usually a brute over here, so I'm going to noob combo him.
Don't want to tell me? That's all right. Son of a bitch. These are my guys. Fuckers got all of them. I gotta check on
Use a grenade! I have found my... Ah! Go!
Real quick, and there's a couple grunts in the area as well, so you want to be aware of them. Sometimes your buddy who's following you around now takes him out or helps take him out. Sometimes you have to take him out. So this time around, I had to take out both. Obviously, you want to be aware that sometimes they turn into suicide grunts when you kill their brute leader there, so watch out for that. You want to stay back in the hallway so they don't come right around the corner and blow up in your face. But now towards the right over here, there's going to be 3 invisible brutes, and they throw fire bombs, so we want to just use our noob combo to take these guys out as well. I like to wait for them to stop moving and start going into the animation of throwing a fire bomb, because you know they're not going to dodge if they're in the middle of a throwing animation. So at this point, I want to grab all the fire bombs I can, up to 3. We're going to save these fire bombs for one of the final segments in this mission, so save those if you can. Try not to throw them. At this point, I'm going to turn around and take out the remaining buggers, which there was only one this time because there's only 2, and I took out one on my way here, so I turned around and took out the last remaining guy, grabbed the carbine from that brute we killed, and I'm going to go back and grab the carbine that we juggled through the door here. So grab that. I sped this part up, obviously. I'm going in here and grabbing the health pack I showed you guys earlier that I was saving for later, and now we're going to move up with a carbine and a plasma pistol and a bunch of grenades. So at this
Can't be over yet.
this doorway, there's another carbine to the right side of the door, so you can see I grabbed that on my way in. And there's going to be 4 buggers that fly into this room, so you can see I grabbed the carbine and then quickly retreated and allowed my buddy here to move up and kind of distract all these guys. And now that they're not focused on me, I could just kind of wait here calmly for them to land somewhere and then go for that headshot instead of trying to shoot them while they're flying around all over the place. So this guy landed, I'm going to backsmack him. So it's just totally random how they land, where they land, so just kind of be patient in this hallway here and take these guys out slowly. At this point, I'm just looking for that health pack because, like I mentioned, there is a health pack in each of these circular rooms, so... and you may just skip on by it, but sometimes you probably want to grab it. So I grabbed that one, and we're going to move into this next section, and there's going to be a doorway up ahead that's open, and there's going to be jackals and a brute. So we're going to take our time here because they're easier to take out when they are closer, especially the jackals because they have the shields and they are tough to land a headshot on when they have their shield up. You can see I almost got a headshot there, but I was not able to land the shot, and now they're just staring at me with that with their shields up. So this is not great. I'm going to just close the gap, strategically take some damage. I know I'm going to get hit by a few shots here, but I'm going to close the gap and noob combo this brute real quick so we can at least deal with him, and then we only have the jackals to deal with. So I took out the brute as intended, and now I'm just kind of laying into these jackals, hoping to land a headshot there because they are distracted by my buddy and exposing their heads, and I took out one. Now I'm going to grab my health pack here, and I'm going to move up ahead, and we're going to noob combo the jackal, but instead of landing the headshot after we collapse his shield, we're just going to follow him because most of the time when you collapse their shield, they tend to run away fairly slowly, so you can get up behind them and backsmack him for the quick kill and also get your stamina back due to the block.
Same team! Watch it!
Here comes ya, Captain!
So now we're turning our attention to the next room. More grunts in here, and into that next, and there's more brutes in store in the next room. So we're going to continue noob comboing these guys. Obviously, eventually you're going to run out of plasma pistol, but when you do that, there's obviously a bunch of grunts and jackals throughout all these rooms, so you could always grab more plasma pistol from those guys. Fortunately, there's 2 brutes here that had carbines, so we should be set for carbine ammo. We'll just keep coming back and refilling it as we need to. But up ahead here, there's more grunts that are going to be switches for the grunts. And then realized I was out of plasma pistol, so I went back, like I mentioned, to charge, and we'll be able to take them out because the charges. Brutes down at the end of the noob combo them. They can't really dodge because they're in that narrow hallway, so we could use that to our advantage. They're throwing nades, though. They're not happy about it, so we'll just wait for that to go off, and then we'll poke our heads around the corner again, take out the third one, and then there's one more remaining down here at the end of the hall, so we'll take him out in the same way, and then I'm just going to go backwards and try to find the best plasma pistol I can because we're going to progress to the next part of the mission, and we can't go back and get a better plasma pistol. So I skipped ahead about a minute. I took a long time trying to gather the best plasma pistol, but I'm going to grab health now, and we're going to go down over here. There's going to be another console we need to activate, which will get this kind of cylinder.
We did it!
Today we hunt big game. Our food has taken cover.
More coming!
Here's one. Bleed. There he is. Die, meat. You have a scratch. Ah! Ow! Ah! Vile dog! Ah! Ah!
You're going down to level 9 too. Guess I could use some backup. Go ahead, trooper. Raise the stack.
expose a hole in the floor that we're going to jump down into so we could get down to the level below the level we're on right now, down to level 9, and then we'll progress to the next part of the mission, which is actually one of the toughest parts of the mission, I think. You're going to be noob comboing a lot of brutes up ahead here, so we're going to jump down like I mentioned, and there's actually 2 health packs, so you should grab one before you move forward. I apparently forgot to grab health on this run, but that's okay. We're going to make it through just fine. I'm just looking at the ground here to make sure I have the carbine out, so I'm going to shoot the grunt on the left. You want to look to the left and right of this structure. Sometimes there's a grunt who's an easy kill. There's going to be 3 grunts initially and a brute, so you want to kill the 3 grunts quickly, kill the brute, and for the grunts that you just killed, or in the process of killing, you want to try to take note of which weapon they had, whether it's a needler or a plasma pistol, and if it's a plasma pistol, you want to kind of take a note of that and just remember where it was dropped, because we want to come back and grab that once we're out of plasma pistol in this one that we currently have. So we're going to just noob combo all.
All units, open fire. Let them have it.
There's some candy!
Use a grenade! Use as was made! Something special!
There it is.
Let him run! Heads up! This is for you!
Found my target.
Find it!
There.
Time to bleed, meat!
Huh?
Can
Grenade. Lost my target. Can't see him.
here!
Hostile out of cover.
I see him! Special! Here's one. Time to die. Take one of these. I lost him. He's in We are trying to take him out. Take that. Get out of there. Do not let it pass. Take this. Catch. For the profits. Eventually. Hold here. I found my dinner. Take one of these. No, give it off me. Ah. 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 Use a grenade. Now you die. Oof. Ah.
Trooper, hold up a sec. I gotta check on a little Personnel issue. Open fire!
Use your grenades!
Grenade!
Over here! Heads up! You will die first! Damn it!
Huh? Look out, grenade!
Time to die!
All units, open fire! Let him have it!
Open up and say ah!
Look out, grenade! Watch it! Nicely done! You seem
Take that! Damn you, you monster!
It's back!
Yeah. Heads up! Yeah.
Look out, grenade!
Falling back to cover! You're lying! It's done!
Grenade! Trooper, hold up a sec. I gotta check on a little personnel issue.
Switch to your new plasma pistol, or one of the ones you find on the ground from these dead grunts. Sometimes you have more, sometimes you have less. It's totally random what weapons the grunts spawn with. So we're going to continue noob comp. So you want to save that one for last. Ideally, wrap quick in the middle of the kill. But you can see I'm just running backwards here to grab the health pack on this kind of center island console here in the middle of the hallway. Again, there's 2 health packs in the room previous to this area that we drop down in, which will you're close So you can see they're all just this. And I am about to find out that I am out of plasma pistol. It is not to kill him, but just to get him to dodge around. We closed in close to him in the back as you have to go behind cover and then dash behind another piece of cover and kind of leapfrog between the carbine. And instead of going to the right, we want to just keep moving forward out all of the enemies, and we want to move forward between different things until you get close to them. At this point, we cleared out all of the enemies, and we want to move forward with our carbine. And instead of going to the right, we want to just keep moving forward here. There's going to be a dead end, but there's going to be a health pack in the back right corner of the...
Chains required.
Freaking machine. The whole city's gone to hell. Wait here, watch for hostiles. I'll be back.
Wall here, and sitting nicely on the ground next to this health pack in the same corner is a flamethrower. So we're actually going to pick this up. Pretty back in the same corner is a flamethrower, so we're actually going to pick this up, and I usually don't use the flamethrower, but it actually turns out this is pretty useful in this next section. So we're going to speed this part up because you walk slowly with the flamethrower, but we're going to get to this next section, and we're going to turn to the right. There's going to be a carbine on the ground, so you could fill up on carbine ammo here.
Buck? Who knows if you can hear me, but I'm sorry. I should have told you more about this mission. More about everything.
Corner, and there's going to be a health pack in the opposite corner, but you should have full health at this point from the health pack by the flamethrower. But if you're playing co-op, you may want one of your buddies to grab one of these. But now that we're fully loaded, we'll continue on to the next part of the mission, which is going to be a bunch of enemies, buggers, jackals, and a brute, who are going to be facing the door on the opposite side of this room that you enter from, and they're just going to be shooting at it. And sometimes you can make it over to this glass panel over here without them seeing you. Sometimes they do see you. This time around, they saw me, so I'm just going to hang here until they get a little closer. This flamethrower actually has pretty good distance, more than I recall. It's a little surprising. Carries, but we're just going to hang here, and you could use the third-person camera to your advantage here. You can see I'm safely behind this wall, but I could actually rotate my camera to kind of look around corners without exposing myself, really. So I can just kind of wait for them to get in range, and then I can just unload with the flamethrower here. And the reason I use this weapon here is because it's very effective, but also there's a lot of ammo in it, and you don't really have that much ammo at this point. You have a bunch of carbine, but pretty much all of these enemies are easier to take out with the flamethrower, especially the jackals, because obviously they have the shield, and it's annoying to get them to lower their shield or to deplete it. We don't have a plasma pistol at this point, probably because we may have used it in the previous section, but with the flamethrower you just kind of tag them a little bit with the flames, and then they just melt away easily. So we're going to drop the flamethrower if we ever need to go back and get health. There's health on the wall back here, so you want to drop the flamethrower by that glass panel because obviously you move faster without the flamethrower, and then we can always just come back and pick it back up and continue on killing these guys where we left off. There's also the 2 health packs in the previous section that I was pointing out if you didn't already pick them up, and I took a little bit of damage killing these last enemies here, but I'm actually not going to go all the way back and get a health pack. The reason for that is we're about to trigger a cutscene, and once you trigger a cutscene, whenever you come out of the cutscene, it actually spawns you in with full health and stamina, so you don't have to worry about cutscene, and I took a little bit of damage killing these last enemies here, but I'm actually not going to go all the way back and get a health pack. The reason for that is we're about to trigger a cutscene, and once you trigger a cutscene, whenever you come out of the cutscene, it actually spawns you in with full health and stamina, so you don't have to worry about having full health or stamina at this point. So we're going to go down this hallway, hit the action button by this door, it will trigger the cutscene. I skip that. We are now spawned in here with Dare, and she will be helping us out. For this next section, I like to let Dare move ahead because she will serve 2 purposes. One is she will serve as a good distraction, so focused on her instead of you, and you can kind of hang back and pick off enemies as you see fit, as you're able to. And 2, she is extremely grenade happy, much like the grunts. She'll just start chucking frag grenades whether you're in her line of sight or not. So she will just end up grenading you and killing you a lot of the time if you are in front of her. So just stay behind her, and if you do want to go in front of her, I would advise going very far in front of her because she will chuck grenades all day, every day, really. So we're going to move forward. There's going to be a bunch of different enemies in this hallway. There's going to be grunts and a brute initially. So really, we're just kind of seeing the same combinations of enemies that we were seeing in those circular rooms connected by hallways. But now they're just out here in the big windy hallway. So there's a bubble shield up here. We could wait for it to collapse and then noob combo him, or we could go up close to him, noob combo him when we're right in his face, and then that will get him to move forward, and we could backsmack him, kind of like we did with the chieftain earlier. A little more risky because he could obviously stick you or smack you or brute shot you right in your face. But once you kind of master that move, it's a very good way to take out brutes quickly and easily, and also get your stamina back. That move is all about timing and positioning, really. But if you're not feeling it, if you don't want to risk it, just kind of wait for the bubble shield to collapse, or wait for him to step out of the bubble shield, and then you can finish him off with the regular old noob combo that we've been using through the whole mission here. It gets a little repetitive at this point because we're, like I mentioned, kind of dealing with the same groups of enemies while going through the same types of hallways and rooms here. It's kind of like the library of ODST, but the library is much better, of course. But anyway, I digress. We're still just fighting these guys. You can see Dare's up there distracting him, like I mentioned. You want her to move forward, distract all these guys. What you don't want to do necessarily is let her get too far away. You want to try to kill these guys as quickly as she's moving forward, because at some point, if you don't keep up with the killing, she will just run past enemies and go all the way to the final section of this area, and then you're kind of caught in a position where there's a bunch of enemies in between you and Dare, and she's no longer serving as a distraction because she's too far ahead. And that actually ends up happening to me on this run, so you'll see that happen shortly. But you can see I also grabbed a health pack in the center of the room. There's those kind of islands that are kind of in the middle of the hallway but higher than the rest of these stuff around them. They're kind of like cubicles in the middle of the hallway here. Most of them are empty and don't have a health pack where you'd expect to see them. You can see there's kind of a spot for health to be, but it's not there. But one of these does have health, and I already grabbed it. We're getting towards the end of this hallway here. There's a brute, there's some jackals. There are going to be some buggers up ahead as well, and the jackals are going to give me an issue here. I'm going to try to noob combo them to collapse their shield, and then run up behind them and smack them in the...
Help! Please! Dodge this! Get it off! Frag out! Back off! Get it off! Watch it! Back off! Additional contacts! Dodge this! Lost my target! Yeah! Yeah! Here, trooper, through the door. We'll have to jump.
might actually kill me before I could get those jackals. I already grabbed all the luck here with... They will probably allow us to get behind them and back to the next section with full this time, fortunately. So we can backsmack them, get our shield back, and then backsmack the second one, and we'll be able to move on to the next section with full stamina, at least. I don't know about our health situation, but our stamina is good to go right now. You can see I exchanged my plasma pistol for one of those jackals plasma pistols, so we have a somewhat full plasma pistol. Obviously, it's not super full due to the famine skull, but it's as full as it's going to get. Grab the health on the wall here before you drop down this hole. We're going to take some fall damage, but there are 4 health packs on the bottom here, so grab one of these. And then I like to move forward, and I try to headshot as many jackals as possible.
The hole.
but there are 4 health packs on the bottom here, so grab one of these, and then I like to move forward, and I try to headshot as many jackals as possible because they don't have their shields up right away. Sometimes you could get up to 2 I've gotten before. I've never gotten all 3. You could usually get 1 because obviously they don't know you're there right away, and then sometimes you get the second one. After I try that, I go back over here and I let Dare move forward. She's not going to run ahead super far like she did in the previous section. There's only so far she could go here, so she is super nade happy, like I mentioned, and especially in this section it seems, because it seems like there's not as much room to dodge her nades, especially when they're flying right at your face. So I like to just kind of stay back, let Dare move forward, and there's a bunch of grunts in here too, and they like to throw grenades, and brutes like to throw the nade, the occasional nade from time to time, so we're just going to let that all happen. A lot of times the grunts are not great at decision making, so they'll actually throw a grenade and end up sticking themselves or hitting a wall next to them, and it just drops at their feet and explodes and kills them, or their buddies sometimes. And much like those grunts I was just talking about, Dare also likes to throw grenades directly at a wall right in front of her, so you're going to see that happen a lot here. You want to be aware of Dare constantly because she's going to throw grenades, and some of them will fly at the Covenant, and some of them will bounce directly back at you, so watch out for that. You can see she's having a field day trying to throw grenades at this brute down here. She's just ending up throwing grenades at herself, essentially. So we're going to chip in from far behind her. You can noob combo the brute from far away to help out, and we can deliver some headshots where we can. But just let Dare take the lead on this because, my god, look at that nonsense. Once we get all these enemies dead, we're going to move forward. There's a health pack up ahead here, so you can grab this one. If you need to, you can grab the 3 health packs that remained in the previous section as we jump down to this area. Exchange your plasma pistol for a beam rifle here, and also go up here to this. You could grab the 3 health packs that remained in the previous section as we jumped.
Back off.
We aren't taking prisoners. Use your grenades.
Scatter grenade. Watch out. Oh.
Across the bridge. Let's see if we can find a way up.
Down to this area. Exchange your plasma pistol for a beam rifle here, and also go up here to this carbine crate and grab all the ammo you can. And here, so you should have a full beam rifle and a full carbine. You can see I'm jumping here. You want to continuously jump until I stop jumping. We're going to turn to the left. On the left here, and we're going to go up, and you want to stop jumping as soon as you get to this small set of stairs up here. So right before we go up those stairs, we want to stop jumping. That will get us a checkpoint. By jumping, we were delaying the checkpoint. Left fusion core over towards the other side of the map. We're just going to push it. Don't smack it or melee it. Obviously, that will get it to explode. What you want to do is just walk into it. That will be enough to propel it forward. And that way, we'll have 3 fusion cores all gathered up. We're going to form a little bundle of fusion cores. So once you get them all in the same general area, you basically want to make a little triangle of fusion cores here. So you can see we got them all here. We want to move this one right up against the other one that's upright. And then we're going to use this one to kind of form the 3rd point of the triangle. So just kind of wedge it in here in between the 2 other fusion cores here. It doesn't have to be an exact symmetrical triangle or anything, but just kind of do as best you can to make a little triangle of fusion cores. You can see this one's not even upright. It's turned.
Trooper, come to my position. The elevator's over here.
We're going to jump on top, and we're going to do a triple fusion core jump to get to the top of the ledge up there. You can see there is a Covenant crate of ammo up there. We're trying to aim for the platform to the right of that crate. So you want to look straight down, run, jump, and shoot right after jumping. That will give you enough boost so you can get up to this we're talking about. I'll show it again in slow motion. You're just staring directly down at the fusion cores, run forward, jump, and right after you jump, you want to shoot. So it blows up the fusion cores. It'll set off a chain reaction, exploding all of them, and it'll explode you upwards and onto the catwalk here. You can see I landed on the catwalk a little to the side of the platform I was aiming for, but this works too. You want to make sure that you don't get blasted a little too far to the right and hit. Because obviously you won't make the jump in that. You could do this with 2 fusion cores, but it's just... And if you fail to jump, just hit start, save, and quit, and resume. There's no enemies or anything down here, so you can set it up as many times as you need to despawn those buggers. It makes this whole... Fail to jump, just hit start, save, and quit, and resume. There's no enemies or anything down here, so you can set it up as many times as you need to despawn those buggers. It makes this whole section up here a lot easier. You can see I'm just speeding this part up and skipping past everything where there would normally be a bunch. Grab the health pack before going into this hallway here. There's 2 more health packs on the wall here, and 2 more health packs on the wall down towards the left, so you should have full health even if you have a 4-player squad. Everyone should have full health at this point. And there's going to be 2 brutes in the distance. Well, 3 brutes. 2 brutes we're going to take out with the beam rifle in the distance. They're just your regular old run-of-the-mill brutes, so we'll take these guys out. 3 shots with the beam rifle.
It won't be long before they smash through that door.
And then you can land the headshot. You could land the headshot on the 3rd shot to collapse their shields as well, but I did not in this case, just 3 body shots, and then you can aim for the head if you would like, or you can switch to the carbine. I'm actually going to skip ahead because I tried to take out this chieftain from up here with the beam rifle and the carbine, but I ended up just wasting a ton of ammo. Tried to do a little improv there. I'm like, why do I not take this guy out in the same way as the other 2 brutes? But the reason is he just absorbs all the damage apparently. Maybe you could take him out that way, but I would recommend this way, which is just drop down with him. One of his most...
Take them out now.
Phantom! Company! Additional contacts.
Open this door, traitor!
Frag out!
By the prophets, you will pay for your insolence!
Frag out!
Next time,
bring you Virgil, the engineer. We want to make sure we get full carbine, and there's a carbine crate up here, so gather as much of that as you can. And also there's a crate of plasma pistols, so we're going to exchange that beam rifle for a full plasma pistol. We have a full carbine and plasma pistol at this point. Ignore the health packs on the side of the door because, like I mentioned previously, once you come out of a cutscene, you have full health and stamina, so don't waste a health pack. We want to save those for later once we come out of the cutscene. Run up to this door and hit the action button to trigger the cutscene. I skipped ahead a little bit, skip the cutscene. We're going to come out and we're going to turn to the left. We want to noob combo the 3 brutes that are being dropped off by the Phantom.
Nice and slow. Check the corners. We've seen them before on other ops, but we've never gotten this close. Best we can tell, they're prisoners or slaves. Either way, they don't like the Covenant any more than we do. The slipspace event fried most of the superintendent's circuits, and I thought it might be trying to finish the job. But now I see you weren't trying to hurt the superintendent. You were trying to fix it. Oni calls them engineers. Believes they're some sort of biological supercomputers. If I'm right, this one has taken the superintendent's data and combined it with its own. Everything we want to know about the Covenant, what they're looking for under the city, is right in here. Damn! Buggers must have raised the alarm. Buck!
Veronica? Where the hell are you?
Data center, but we're coming out.
We?
No time to explain, but do not, I repeat, do not shoot anything pink.
Whatever you say, just come on!
Those brutes are here for the engineer. They'll kill it if they get the chance. You, stay behind me, okay? The engineer still has shields, but they won't last long in a firefight. Take point.
To the left, we want to noob combo the 3 brutes that are being dropped off by the Phantom up here. So just noob combo these guys as they're jumping down. You'll be able to take them out fairly easily.
Clear a path to Buck. Company!
You take out these 3 guys, you want to turn your attention to the Phantoms behind you. There's a Phantom on the left and the right. You want to focus on the one on the left because the enemies coming out of that Phantom are predominantly grunts, and you can quickly headshot them and kill them pretty quickly. You can see on the right a bunch of jackals are being dropped off, and those guys are much harder to take out quickly. So we're going to focus on taking out the grunts as fast as possible over here first, and we want to have our firebombs ready. Remember I mentioned we're collecting firebombs for the end of the mission. This is the reason, so we can quickly take out jackals because there's a handful of jackals that you can see poured out of that Phantom, and it takes a long time to deal with jackals. Typically, when we do the noob combo to get them to run away and then smack them, that's not that efficient when there's a bunch of brutes and grunts in the area as well, throwing nades all over the place, plus Buck and Dara throwing nades everywhere. So we want to kind of keep our distance from those guys.
Go, Trooper. I'll cover the engineer.
could use a hand over here. Come on. This is Sparta! Second burner! Veronica! Over here! Hurry!
We've got to get out of here. Move it, Trooper.
Grenade out! This is our exit, rookie. Head through the door.
Just kind of hang back, headshot all the grunts, do a lot more damage. Checkpoint first, and the grunts. Throw some fire at least. That health pack on the line, and a beam rifle. We're going to drop down this hole, exchange my pistol for a carbine, or not a carbine, a beam rifle at this point. So I have a carbine and a beam rifle. We're going to drop down this hole. We're going to move forward, and we're actually going to turn around and then move forward. And there's a bunch of sleeping buggers. There's 8 up on the roof here, or on the ceiling rather. And we're going to just jump up and back.
About this, asset. Feel free to fill me in whenever.
Not now, Buck.
Drones, heads up!
Fast as possible, because you can take all 8 of them out, but sometimes Buck and Dare like to jump down here and start throwing grenades, which wakes them up. So try to take them out as fast as possible. I sped this part up. We're going to speed towards this door, and then I skipped ahead because you just wait here for Virgil to open up. Eight more
Door's
buggers
locked.
on the ceiling, so we're going to do the same thing. Most of the time you can't make it through
worry.
all 8 of these guys.
Have
They're
a
usually woken
seat.
up by Buck and Dare because they like to make a lot of noise. So take out as many as you can before they're woken up, and then once they do wake up, I like to just kind of hang back a little bit because they like to fly away into the final room that we're going to end up going to. So they fly into that narrow doorway and then into that room, and Buck and Dare like to go in there and throw a bunch of grenades. So they're going to do a lot of actually good work with their grenades now that the buggers are awake. They can start throwing grenades. I just don't want them to throw grenades when the buggers are sleeping, you know? But now they're going to actually be an asset at this point. So just kind of hang back in this hallway, shoot the enemies as you see them, but it looks like Buck and Dare were able to take out the majority of the buggers that remained in here. So now at this point, we're totally done. No more enemies. We're going to run back into this elevator in this room here, and then Virgil will follow. No cutscene here at the end of this mission. It just rolls right into the next mission. And that mission is Coastal Highway, the final mission, the toughest mission in ODST. But we have some new tips and tricks this time.
What they know could win the war.
Oh,
You haven't killed any of them, have you?
no! Well, maybe 1 or 2.
Nice work.
How was I supposed to know? Just die! My bad.
Chew on this. Dodge this.
Elevator, come on. Captain? Hang back. Let us clear a path.
Agreed. I'll stay with the asset, give it close cover.
Don't let that damn turret fire one more round!
Buck, that turret has us pinned. We can't advance.
Flank the watchtower, Trooper. Take it out!
There he is. Autotrophic. You will die.
That's right! That just happened!
He slipped into cover. Ready yourselves. We'll force off our heads.
Grenade!
On the take this. Damn you. Two.
Get the damn turret!
Buck, that turret has us pinned. We can't advance.
Flank the watchtower, Trooper. Take it out!
Our food has taken cover.
That's right! Right back to mommy!
Damn it. Damn it, on my way.
I found him! We got cover.
The path will overwhelm you. Use your grenades. Ah! No prisoners.
That's the last of them. Captain, let's move.
Where are we going exactly?
Waterfront highway. Fastest way out of the city. Can't that thing move any faster?
All the shooting, it's frightened.
Want me to give it a little push?
What do you think?
Just trying to help. Follow me, Rook. This way. Should be an elevator right through here. Sit tight. We'll need the alien to power on the switch. Okay, we're all set. Hit it, Rookie.
When did this happen?
They started showing up right before I went underground.
And you waited until now to tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a little busy making sure Perfume over here didn't take around and blow us all up.
Eddie Buck, always thinking with his gun. You haven't changed one bit.
Me? What about you? Oh, so full of big Oni secrets, couldn't even give a guy a yes or no answer.
That's not fair.
Oh, you got that right.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah? Well, here I am.
We need to move, now. Were you too busy to plan our exit?
I stole a Phantom, yes, thank you. I hid it in the shipyards down the highway. But I only have room for two, so that thing's gonna have to sit on your lap.
The engineer. Where did it go? Keep me covered. And try to keep up.
Take my advice, Rookie. You ever fall for a woman?
Make sure she's got balls. Take the wheel, Rookie. All right, shotgun. Position! Hey, Captain? Pick a lane.
It's a little crowded in here. The engineer's doing something with the control circuits. Hey! Watch where you put that!
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Move or lose it, son! Watch out! Keep it steady.
Covenant must have shut these doors. Give the engineer a second to override the lock. That's it. We're moving on.
I have it in my sight. Whoa! What just happened?
I think the engineer found a way to extend its shield. Send a current to the outer plating. I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
A brother has died.
Look out! Heads up, Banshee! Another cruiser!
They're all heading for the slip space crater. The Covenant dig site north of the city.
Look out! Reinforcements! I think we did it. All right! Drones, heads up! That's it, keep it. Give me an angle! Phantom! Keep her steady! Phantom inbound! Stay on target. Ghost inbound! That's it.
Hey, hold up! This is Gauss Hog. Let's change vehicles. Same deal, Trooper. You drive, I'll shoot.
I'll take gunner duty. Ready to rock. Give me an angle. Here we're gonna get another one of those. Oh yeah, I'm hurt.
Fuck. Scarab.
I see it. Must have dropped off from one of those cruisers. Just keep driving. It hasn't spotted us. Be careful. Keep it steady. I have them in my sight. any Covenant last night.
I see a Scorpion tank up ahead. We need the extra firepower.
These shoes are killing me. Just put me in range. Don't let that damn turret fire one more round! Banshee, up above! I'm hit! Ray! Race is down! I'm behind you! Banshee's down! Phantom! Assault carrier! 10 o'clock high! Look at the size of that thing!
It's charging its excavation beam.
But the dig site's on the other side of the city. Stay on guard. Ghost is down! All right, ease up. Cool your heel. It's down. Good work. No! They're gonna burn this city and then collapse the whole planet! Covenant bastards! It's just like Reach all over again!
Made it out of there. Make it out of here. We can do this, Buck.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nikki, you read me? Change of plans. You're coming to us.
Sky's kind of crowded, Gummy.
There's no other way. Covenant just waits at the highway. We're gonna keep rolling as far as we can. Get airborne, fly the Phantom to my beacon.
Understood.
Whatever you do, stay clear of that carrier. your weapon! Now! Veronica! Talk to me!
Asset. It's all right.
Who the alien? What about you?
These garbage trucks had it.
Take the next off-ramp. I see a building, north side of the highway. We'll hold up there, wait for evac. Out of the vehicle, trooper! Let's go! Veronica, wait here. Rookie, let's secure that building.
If no one runs...
Area secure. Veronica, come to us. We'll cover you. Mickey, what's your ETA?
Had to reroute, Gunny. The whole damn city's on fire.
Trooper, I have a Tier 1 asset and a whole bunch of Covenant that want it dead. Whatever you gotta do, step on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hostile Phantoms coming in.
Something tells me you're not actually...
Fire at will. Watch it. Ooh. No trouble. It's over! We did it!
We'll do this thing.
More Phantoms! Look sharp! Sniper! Short ball! Look sharp! Hunters, concentrate fire! got bigger fish to fry.
Wraiths, on the highway.
That's not good. Get ready. Fire on that quick. There's the door. Careful. Need a hand with that?
Yeehaw! Line him up, boys! Romeo, take the one on the left. I got it. Keep her steady.
Or replacements. They were a hell of a team.
Just nice to know they really do listen. Come on, let's get out of this city. Go, rookie! Head for the Phantom! What are you waiting for, trooper? Phantom, now!
That thing safe?
Long as it don't get hit.
Come on! Damn it! Move!
Oh, nuts. What can I say? It was a hell of a night. Easy does it.
We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you? It's important. It knows things.
Heck, Cuddy. I wasn't talking about the alien.
Mickey, I'm sending you a very special co-pilot.
Oh, come on! I don't want one of those things in here!
It won't bite, and unlike you, it knows what to tell those cruisers to keep them off our tail.
I think they're too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
Win this war? Then ask me that again. Lord Hood may have given you clearance, but it was my op and it's my interrogation. We only captured one. It's very delicate.
Don't worry. I know what the alien's like. It has access to the Covenant BattleNet?
Limited, but yes. We're not entirely sure how it manages a remote connection to the... What?
Whoa, stand down, stand down!
Sergeant Major, please. It's extremely flammable.
The brutes. The bastards who put bombs on your buddies and killed millions of my people. They're digging a mighty big hole. You're gonna tell me exactly what they're looking for, and then you're gonna help me stop them.